And how do you do so? You do so by being in a caloric deficit. Simply what that means is you gotta be burning more calories than you're consuming. So if you eat 2,000 calories a day, you better be burning more than 2,000 calories per day. If you're eating 1,500 a day, burn more than 1,500 a day. I don't want you all to think that you have to be eating less calories than you're burning. Because sooner or later, if you keep restricting your calories, sooner or later, you're just gonna be starved and malnourished. And that's just gonna be more health problems that you definitely don't wanna deal with. What's up everyone, David here, got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now today, during this video, we're gonna be going ahead and do some snacking. I got little mandarin oranges right here. And I feel like it goes hand in hand with what we're gonna be talking about, and that is diet. I'm talking about 5 tips to help you lose weight, because for those of you who haven't been keeping track of the time, summer's right around the corner. Before you know it, in a couple weeks, it's gonna be here and you're gonna be regretting not leaning out by now. You wanna look good for the summer, you wanna have abs, you wanna look fit, have the hourglass body, whatever it is that your goal is, you better start putting the work in right now to achieve that goal. I would like to point out though, for those who do have a certain body type that they're trying to aim to achieve, it's not just about hitting the gym. It's also about making sure you have the right diet, eating the right foods, and more specifically, in the right quantities. So, what are 5 tips? What is it exactly that you have to do in order to, quote unquote, lose weight in preparation for summer? Now, the reason why I said quote unquote is because a lot of people, they say they want to lose weight, but in reality, it's not the weight that you want to lose. It's the body fat that you want to lose. Because think about it, weight can consist of muscle mass and body fat. I don't know of a single person that wants to lose muscle mass. If anything, I know everyone that wants to build muscle. What they do want to do though is lose the excess body fat. And how do you do so? You do so by being in a caloric deficit. Simply what that means is you gotta be burning more calories than you're consuming. So if you eat 2,000 calories a day, you better be burning more than 2,000 calories per day. If you're eating 1,500 a day, burn more than 1,500 a day. I don't want you all to think that you have to be eating less calories than you're burning. Because sooner or later, if you keep restricting your calories, sooner or later, you're just gonna be starved and malnourished. And that's just gonna be more health problems that you definitely don't wanna deal with. Simple fixes, just move around more throughout the day. Again, eating should not be something that gets restricted. We all need fuel, we all need calories. That's what gives us energy. That's what allows us to do things, move around throughout the day. The problem is that last part. You're not moving around enough. You work an office job, you're a student, you're a bus driver, you're sitting around too much throughout the day, you gotta be moving around more. Now granted, it can be hard to move around given the nature of whatever job that you have, but there are ways that you can monitor the calories to at least help you somewhat lose weight. And that first tip on how to lose fat specifically, I'm talking about body fat, not just overall weight, because we wanna build the muscle, we wanna keep the muscle, we just wanna burn the fat, is to not monitor necessarily how many meals you're eating throughout the day or the portion sizes, but the overall calories that you're eating throughout the day. Here's what I mean by that. You could be eating ice cream and donuts all day and you can still lose weight eating that diet. How's this? Because as long as you're burning more calories, for example, let's just say you eat 2,000 calories worth of ice cream and donuts all day. If you're burning more than 2,000 calories throughout the day, then you'll lose weight. Now, granted, is that good for your health? Absolutely not. Do not do that at all right? Do not neglect your nutrition. Don't neglect the fruits and vegetables. You want to eat a healthy diet. But the bottom line is, a lot of people say, okay, instead of eating 4 times a day, I want to be eating 3 times a day. Instead of 3 times a day, I want to be eating 2 times a day. Instead of eating this much of this food, I want to be eating this much of this food. Instead of this much, then this much. No. You're focusing on that. Granted, it can give you some results, but if you keep limiting and restricting more and more of how much food you're eating throughout the day, sooner or later, you're not going to be eating any at all. What you do want to be mindful of is the overall amount of calories, and that goes hand in hand with the type of foods that you're eating. Eat the foods that have more volume, but that have less calories per volume. You get what I'm saying? It's not about the amount of meals you eat. It's not about necessarily the portion size, but overall throughout the day, take into account how many calories going in versus how many calories going out. Second tip that we're gonna be moving on to is gonna be one particular food group, and that is the protein. A lot of people always talk about when it comes to losing weight, carbs. Carbs are bad for you. You shouldn't be eating carbs. No, carbs are the enemy. How about fat? No, it has to be on a low fat diet. No, that has too much fat and all that. No, no, no. There are three macronutrients. That's protein, carbs, and fats. Each one has its time and place. Each one is equally as important as the next. There's a reason why all three exist in the first place, because our body needs all three to start off with. But when it comes to protein, why is that one important? It's because that is the one that helps us build the muscle. When your goal is to lose weight, specifically body fat, because again, we do not want to lose the muscle, most likely you're already going to be in a caloric deficit, like we previously said. When you are in a caloric deficit, you're already eating less calories than you otherwise would. What's important to keep in mind, though, is the few calories that you are eating, make sure you're getting an adequate amount of protein. If not, increase the amount of protein you have. Because again, when you're restricting your calories or you're burning more calories throughout the day, you want to be real mindful about the muscle mass that you're keeping or burning off. You do not want to lose muscle. You want to keep it, and if anything, you want to build on top of that. So make sure that when the goal is to lose fat, you're prioritizing that protein. A protein is necessary to keep and build the muscle that we want. And on top of that is protein is more filling. You eat a good steak, you eat a big chicken breast, you're gonna notice you feel fuller than you would if you were eating carbs or you'd be eating fats. All right, it's more satiating, it's more full. It won't make you as hungry as often because again, it stays in your stomach, it takes a little longer to digest. So if you're someone who constantly is eating because you get hungry so much, okay, then maybe prioritize the protein so that way you stay fuller longer. So there you go, prioritize the protein. Third tip, we're gonna be looking at all types of food groups. Not just protein, carbs, and fats, which are the macronutrients like we previously said, but we're gonna be looking at the micronutrients. I'm talking about the minerals, the vitamins, the little things. Where does these come from? Fruits and vegetables, those green things that you leave on the bottom drawer of your fridge and you throw out once they go bad. Yeah, those are called vegetables. Those colorful things that grow on bushes and trees, yeah, those are called fruits. You need those. They're essential. Now, where would they take place inside of your diet? Let's just say you have a good, well-balanced diet as it is. You have some type of meat source, you have a good carb source, and you have some fruits and vegetables, even though fruits and vegetables are carbs also. For those people that say, oh yeah, I don't eat carbs, but you eat fruits and vegetables, those are carbs, so I don't know what you're talking about. The good thing about these little things right here, these colorful things that taste sweet, they have fewer calories for the amount of volume that actually takes up. I mean, let's compare how many calories are in an apple compared to how many calories are in a Snickers bar. One clearly has way more calories than the other. However, the other takes up more. I mean, think about what's more filling, a Snickers bar or an apple. An apple is usually bigger. You can get fuller off of that, but it's less calories than a Snickers bar. When it comes to eating a well-balanced diet, and if you're really mindful about how many calories are going in versus how many are coming out, I would suggest eating those lower calorie yet more filling foods first before making your way over to those foods that are not as filling but have way more calories. I'm talking about eat your fruits and vegetables first. Fill up on those lower calorie foods first before you go ahead and decide to indulge in the higher calorie foods. You're eating a salad, okay, load up on the fruits and vegetables that are in it. Boom, fill up your stomach majority with those. Again, it's lower calories. And then afterwards go into the meat sources or whatever it is that you're also eating that has higher calories. If you can fuel up more, take up more space in your stomach with different types of foods that are not as calorically dense, you're gonna be finding yourself eating less calories throughout the day, but you're still gonna be feeling full because again, you are still filling your stomach. It's just more volume food. It's not necessarily more calories though. Since we're talking about the higher calorie foods, let's put it this way. It's gonna lead us into the fourth tip. A lot of you are already eating good, well-balanced meals. You're eating chicken, rice, and broccoli. You're eating steak, potatoes, and green beans, whatever it is. Everything is nice and well-balanced. If anything, even if when you go out to eat, you go to Chipotle, which is relatively healthy in my opinion. I mean, it's better if you can make something at home, but if you have to go out and eat something, Chipotle is a fair thing. You know, you're getting your beans, you're getting your greens, your rice, your chicken, your barbacoa, whatever it is. But where are we going wrong? We already established that it's all about calories in versus calories out. You're eating a good, well-balanced diet, But what's shooting you overboard with calories is those sauces. Y'all are getting lost in the sauce. You're drenching your food in sour cream. You're drenching your food in all these different salsas that you may think is not a lot, but you gotta keep in mind, liquid calories add up like crazy, especially when those type of foods where you add all this type of sauce because it makes it taste better. Let's just say you're adding ketchup something. Do you really know how much a serving size of that is? You might want to measure it out next time you decide to add it to your food. Sour cream especially, you think you're doing a good job with the amount that you're putting, but in reality, next time, actually measure it up. Read the label, find out what one serving is. You'll be surprised to find out how many servings you're putting in that one burrito, in that one Chipotle bowl. Again, the liquid calories, especially from the sauces, could be the make or break moment when it comes to that meal. You may be hitting your macros, hitting the right amount of calories with the actual food itself, but you're about to lose your progress. You're about to overeat in calories. You're going off the diet because of the excessive sauce that you're putting. You're eating a nice, healthy chicken salad. All right, good. Right amount of protein, carbs, fats, good amount of calories for what your goals are, especially in a caloric deficit. Nope, you ruined it because you drenched it in ranch because you said you want flavor. Well, there goes your progress. So again, if you're someone who's trying to lose weight and is a caloric deficit, be real mindful about the sauces. Do not overdo it. And the fifth and final tip, we're gonna continue on with these liquid calories. Now, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're gonna be eating and drinking whatever we want. We got cravings, we're gonna satisfy them. Me personally, I drink soda. I drink Coke, I drink Sprite, 7-Up, whatever it is. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm gonna continue to do so going forward. Even if I'm during a time where I'm cutting or losing weight, occasionally I'm gonna slip up and I'm gonna drink those and I'm gonna enjoy it. A lot of you, those liquid calories are really getting to you. You may be drinking some type of orange juice, some type of grape juice, Kool-Aid, whatever it is. And that's perfectly fine, all right? We're all human. At the end of the day, if you wanna crave something, you wanna eat it, by all means, do so. It's your life, live it how you please. But you gotta take into account, those liquid calories really add up. So if you're someone who's always drinking these concentrated juices, these sodas, whatever it is, you might want to substitute it for water or some type of lower calorie alternative. I mean, think about it. We take 1 cup of, let's just say, soda. How many calories is that? Go into your fridge, read one of the cans. See how many calories is that? Okay, now replace it with that much liquid, but of water. How many calories is that? Obviously 0. So which one's better? When it comes to losing weight, obviously it's gonna be the water. It's got 0 calories. But let's just say you need a little bit of flavor in there because you can't just be drinking plain water all the time. Because I'm not gonna lie, even myself, some plain water, occasionally it gets boring. Gotta add a little something to it. Let's just say you're someone who drinks Cokes. Okay, but you don't want to drink water, man. It's cheat day. You know, gotta have a little flavor in there. All right, go with a Diet Coke. Granted, it's not the best thing in the world. Hey, at the end of the day, they're both artificial. They're both not organic. They both got stuff that probably you shouldn't be drinking in the first place. All these chemicals, fake ingredients, whatever. But which one's bad and which one's worse? At the end of the day, it's still probably gonna harm your health, but which one's worse? Something that's gonna harm your health and has more calories, or something that's gonna harm your health and it's got 0 calories? We gotta choose the best of both worlds. They're both evil, they're both bad, but hey, at the end of the day, which one is worse? And that's the point I'm trying to get at to you. We're all human, we're all gonna eat whatever we want. We're all gonna slip up on a diet from time to time, but you gotta look at the big picture. Which one's bad, which one's worse? You gotta pick the best of 2 evils, and that's what I'm trying to get at. When it comes to those liquids, if you can, try to go with the lower calorie options that are healthy, like water, some type of natural fruit juice, like fresh orange juice, something like that. Or, if you're gonna go with something artificial, just be real mindful about the calories, okay? They definitely add up more than you think over time. Just wanna point that out there. So there you have it, everyone. Those are just 5 tips to help you lose weight, specifically lose fat for when it comes to leading up to this summer. But at the end of the day, number one thing, doesn't matter what types of foods that you're eating, doesn't matter how often you're eating, at the end of the day, number one cardinal rule when it comes to weight loss, specifically fat loss, calories in versus calories out. You have to be in a caloric deficit. You need to burn more calories than you're consuming throughout the day. If you're not doing so, well then buddy, you are not gonna be losing weight. Doesn't matter how hard you push in the gym, doesn't matter how on point your workouts are, if you're not putting that work in the kitchen, if you're not looking 100% into the diet, you're not gonna be seeing the results that you want. Again, calories in versus calories out. Take that into account and you'll start seeing better results. Comment down below if this video was helpful. Comment down below what are your diet tips that have helped you lose weight. Let's try to help each other out. Also, be sure to comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to my channel, but my girlfriend's channel and our couple's channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, we got new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.